What's up, everybody in internet land? It's Colin, and as promised, I've finally uploaded my finished review of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. While Black Ops 2's campaign doesn't necessarily pick up immediately following the events of the first game, the two stories intertwine frequently and are very much connected. The story is largely narrated by Sergeant Frank Woods, who was a major character in the first game, and centers around the concept of rare earth elements. These elements, according to the storyline of Black Ops 2, are largely responsible for 99.9% of all technological advances over the last 2 decades. Because of how immensely powerful they are, they're very much sought after by key figures throughout the world. David Mason, son of Black Ops 1 protagonist Alex Mason, is attempting to track down and eliminate bad guy Raul Menendez. Menendez wishes to use these rare earth elements to design and create a weapon to aid him in his ultimate quest of taking over the civilized world. The campaign bounces somewhat frequently between past and more futuristic mission scenarios. While it's not uncommon to find yourself mowing down hordes of bad guys with traditional Call of Duty weaponry, expect to add high-tech wingsuits and active camouflage to your arsenal. And this level of variety is really welcome, and it's somewhat to be expected of a game this far up the evolutionary ladder. The way they take you from 2025 and immediately drop you back into the Afghani-Soviet conflict of the 80s feels seamless. This really distinguishes the campaign of Black Ops 2 from those of previous games in the franchise. Another distinguishing aspect of the single-player campaign is the new loadout feature. Loadout functions like a create a class for the story mode, and allows players to pick their guns, attachments, and even perks for each specific mission scenario. This is really cool because it allows you to tailor your soldier towards your playstyle, and with a story that has specific objectives that can change the overall outcome, you might need to experiment with more than one to figure out what works. And speaking of what works, that brings us to the real meat and potatoes of this review, which is, of course, the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer component. While a lot of time can be spent talking about the different changes Treyarch has implemented to push the multiplayer of this Call of Duty to the next level, it really makes sense to take time to emphasize the most notable change, and that is the Pick 10 system. With Pick 10, Treyarch has abandoned the old-school Call of Duty Create a class setup in favor of something a bit more progressive. You have 10 points with which to customize your soldier, and each loadout selection will cost you 1 point. This makes the level of variety in Black Ops 2 soldier customization much greater than any previous Call of Duty game. There are endless amounts of options available to the player. If you want to sacrifice your secondary weapon slot in favor of an extra perk, or maybe you want to add a third attachment to your primary weapon, you can do that. And with 15 levels of prestige, each with their own 50 levels to conquer, there's a lot of time for trial and error to figure out what really works for you. The multiplayer of Black Ops 2 provides hours of entertainment, and if that's not enough for your online fix, you can rest assured that Black Ops 2 has brought Zombies mode back with a vengeance. This is easily the best entry in the Zombies franchise to date, and really takes the gameplay further than just campaign and multiplayer. Arguably the most notable addition that Black Ops 2 brings to the Zombies universe is its inclusion of the campaign-style game mode Transit. Transit extends the Zombies experience by allowing up to 4 players to utilize a bus in navigating between 5 different playable map areas. It also features a new build mechanic, which allows players to pick up different items scattered throughout the maps and assemble them at workbenches to create useful devices to aid them as they continue their zombie slaughter. Wind turbines can be created and used as an alternate power source to open previously locked doors. Zombie shields can be used to bash away hordes of the living dead without taking damage. The bus itself is customizable. With the right parts, the bus can go from giant clunker to rolling fortress in a matter of rounds. Transit really provides a breath of fresh air to Zombies. It needed this to get away from the staleness that repetitive wave-based combat brings. Overall, it's a great way to take the Zombies experience to the next level, and rounds off a trifecta of a great package. Overall, I gave Black Ops 2 a B, with a total score of 83 out of a possible 100 points. Even though the campaign is short and somewhat messy, it's still fun and manages to keep your attention. The multiplayer is just as addicting as ever, but the learning curve may make it a bit too difficult for new players to dive right in. All in all, I'd say it's a fair package. With plenty of DLC sure to come out in the near future, I'd say this is a definite buy. I'm Colin, and thanks for watching.